Dang it!
What is up, fellow nerds, and welcome to Not Your Status Quo. Today, I was a little slow on muting us. I think you all know why. But we are here to talk about the Invincible Season 4 3-episode premiere. But before we get into all of that fun, Dave, Doug, Chris, how's it going, gentlemen?
Well, Keith, I am fan-freaking-tastic. I'm glad to hopefully have, well, you'll see how I feel about this show in a minute, but we'll have some quality shows to watch. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there until we start talking about it. I'm probably not as excited about it as the rest of you guys. I'm sorry, but that's just my role. That's my role. That's what I do here. So,
I don't think
Doug,
I'm surprised right now, Dave.
How are you, Doug?
Well, Dave, let me tell you, I am outstanding. And unlike you, I actually really dug this show. I kind of wish that I would have watched it when it premiered, but oh boy,
Yeah.
life really has a way of, just interrupting you. And, but yeah, I finally got a chance to watch it yesterday, and oh my gosh, fantastic. Loved it. Great series. Can't wait to talk about it. But obviously, we got to figure out how. Chris, how are you doing?
I am doing fantabulous, guys. I am so happy I get to be on with all three of you, the four of us together here. It's going to be awesome talking about this. I like you, Doug, really am excited to talk about this. Really liked it. And again, I'm glad we waited till Sunday to talk about this because, yeah, being able to fit it in the schedule. 3 of these episodes, it was a task, but I got it done. But anyways, Keith! How are you doing, good sir?
Well, I am tremendous.
Ooh.
And I just want to say something, and this is not any knock against the Zags or any Zags fans. But my boys are in the Sweet 16, so I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, congrats.
So,
Congrats.
I was rooting for the Zags. I don't want that to feel like it was a slight in any way. I actually picked the Zags to win it all, and they got out in the second round, so me and good.
Broken. Yeah.
Hey, as long as they all went out there and they had fun.
It did look
Good
like
old sports.
You know, I haven't been paying attention. Is Tom Izzo still there?
He is, yes.
Oh, okay, good.
Yep.
Then they have a chance.
Winningest coach in Big Ten history.
Well,
Awesome.
easy to believe.
Mm-hmm.
I also haven't been paying attention. Is basketball?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
College basketball.
Basketball. Give me
it's actually-
the ball.
it's-
I'm gonna dunk it.
It's actually lacrosse, Doug.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Right?
I would believe you.
And don't get me started
basketball.
with the platforms. Hulu has been crashing left and right. Trying to watch a game has been ridiculous because, yeah, there's so many games on and like it just keeps crashing. I'm like,
Do you have Hulu
we need to
Live?
reload it like 3 or 4 times. Yeah.
Is Hulu like as a service? Is it actually? I heard that it was going away. That Disney was going to combine it into Disney
Integrate.
Plus.
Hulu
Okay,
Live
so
is something different, though. It's like the YouTube Live
right,
type
but you
alternative.
still access it. Well, at least when I signed up for it way back when I was still trying to decide between YouTube TV, you accessed it through the Hulu app. Did they now create a separate Hulu Live app?
No, it's still
I
part
didn't
of
think
Hulu.
so. That's what I
Yeah.
thought. So when
Yeah,
they
and you're
integrate it
right.
into Disney Plus, I wonder if they're going to have a separate, Hulu Live TV, or they're going to call it Disney TV or some crap.
Yeah. It looks like it is getting transitioned out here this year, but it's still they still have the app at the moment.
Okay.
Kind of like Warner
being phased
Brother.
out.
I mean, HBO is going to be enveloped into Netflix, I'm sure.
No, Paramount.
Paramount.
Plus now.
Paramount. That's what I meant. Paramount
Yep.
Plus.
Yep.
Paramount Max.
Paramount Max
Whatever the heck they're going to call
Plus.
it.
I know.
Well, if they keep
Paramount
the
Max Plus HBO.
if they keep the HBO tradition, they'll change the name 4 times within the first
Yeah.
8 months.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And then
I
they'll
like-
sell the company again.
Yeah. I like the way John Oliver's been dealing with it. New business, daddy.
Daddy, chill.
Well, all right. Are you gentlemen ready to talk about Invincible?
Yes.
Let's
sir.
go. Let's
Let's do
go.
We got 3 episodes. I was going to say wonderful, but I don't want to rain on Dave's parade. First one, making the world a better place.
I'll be the one reigning, by the way.
When I was a young boy.
Oh boy.
Keith will provide the silver lining.
This is getting out of control early.
Yeah.
But it starts out with Mark, Oliver, and Eve still stopping threats while dealing with all of the aftermath of Conquest. Cecil appoints Britt, the leader of the Guardians, and brings the team back into the fold. Did you guys think that Cecil, maybe we'll talk about it later, Cecil's arc in these first 3 episodes really changed my opinion quite a bit about him. Just a few things he said, I was like, okay, he knows, and he's okay. But we'll
to me,
it's like he reeled it in a little bit.
Yeah,
I
would
think having
say
a certain person escape right away really kind of recalibrated his mindset on things.
My opinion of him had changed from the last season when he had that, episode dedicated to his backstory, and I'm
his
like,
backstory.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm like, okay, now I understand where Cecil is coming from. But yeah, I think maybe this is the point you were trying to make, Dave. Did it feel like, at least to me, like he took a step back?
It did. It felt like 100%. He was a little bit more humble, and looked at looking at everything from a different point of view.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And at the same time, Cecil takes a step back, but Mark takes a step not in the right direction, but
we will
in
get
the
to
dark
that.
side.
He's got some
Hello,
anger
darkness,
to work out.
my old friend.
And Keith, I think you brought this up on our Theory Palooza, but you were absolutely right about the Sequids.
He's absolutely right.
Episode. Yeah. Yet you nailed the theory about Mark going a little overboard during that
Always
sequence.
We did
We're
talk
100%
about,
right here all the time.
That's true.
Yeah.
And but first, Mark meets Dinosaurus.
He did again.
Well, he was in the trailer. That wasn't not too
That's
great
true.
of a prediction. It was like I didn't see him before I said that. But he's
Take the credit.
exactly how he is in the. Yeah, I predicted it. He's exactly how he is in the comics. He's kind of this environmentalist. He
Just
thinks
drawn worse.
thinks people dying is good for the planet and all this stuff. And him and Mark have at it. When he switches back into his human form, Mark is very close to killing him. And he was watching it thinking,
seconds away.
He's about to kill this dude.
I thought he was going to.
So totally. Mark also thought he was going to. That's why it was so messed up afterwards. He's like, oh my God, what am I doing?
Yeah, he stopped at the last moment, and I knew he would because he's got a good heart.
And it's so funny with the Invincible series, how they take all this other pop culture and other comic book characters and blend them into their own story. And this character, I didn't realize it until he transformed back into a human. I was like, oh yeah, this is basically like your dinosaur Hulk that we're dealing with here.
Yeah. Dinosaur Hulk with a little bit of Thanos sprinkled on.
Yep. With Thanos' motto and mission.
Except on a smaller scale. He just wants to.
Oh yeah.
Just Earth,
not
just
half
Earth.
of everything in the universe. But then it gets really difficult for Mark because he's having dinner with Eve's parents.
Oh yeah, how uncomfortable.
And then
the dad was not letting up.
No. Which, I mean, can he pick a target the entire, last season, of pretty much every season that he's in? He's always getting on Eve's case about, you're a disappointment. I can't believe you aren't normal. Why are you using your superpowers in this house? And you're getting into danger. And, there was one time, I'll give him this, there was one time where I'm like, oh, okay, he was kind of right about that when she tried, rebuilding that playground area or the building or whatever, and he told her, he's like, you don't know anything about engineering. You don't know if there was a reason why they didn't do that. And then, of course, it all collapses. And so that was the one time where I'm like, okay, I kind of get this guy, but every other time, he's always on Eve's case. So it was weird to see him suddenly, getting on Mark's case and, you better take good care of my daughter. And it's like, oh, since when did you care, dude?
Yeah, right?
Well, he's got to play the doting dad now. That's not his thing. But
Okay.
yeah, it was. But then, while that's going on, the Sequids prepare for another invasion, and Universa arrives on Earth and heads to a power plant to steal all the energy back for her.
Not too much.
Yes, they have way too much. And Mark and Eve go to fight Universa. Eve's powers start failing
Melting?
a little bit. Yes, melting, failing, not doing what she wants. They still end up stopping her, but it was a little scary. And I was off just to, dot all of our I's. I thought for sure that her power failure was going to be when she rebuilt herself. Like she messed it up like she did the playground thing. It still could be the case, but something may happen in the third episode.
Yeah, at the end of the third episode.
There might be a giant spoiler in the title card too, but never with us, never. But they end up beating her, and Mark joins the Guardians for the Sequid invasion and gets there, and they have a shield up, and they're trying to get all, because if they don't have a host, then they're just like little
Useless.
cute little useless. And it's about to open up. They're about to get out and get a bunch more hosts, and Mark does what he thinks he has to do, and he kills Russ Livingston. Obliterates.
Everyone agreed. Everyone agreed that he had to. They
Right. And you can tell, like, he waited until the last possible minute. Like, even he didn't want to do it in that moment. He was like questioning that decision as he's looking. Is he going to get here in time? He's looking at the shield that's about to go down.
Racing the emitter to him.
Right? And you can tell he's struggling with this decision that, like, I know if I don't do something now, if even one of them gets out, that's it for this planet. Like, we cannot stop it at this point. I've got to kill this host right now. It's the only way.
And Cecil telling him that it's something he would have done too, that's not a bonus.
It's not really.
No.
That is not as soothing to Mark as Cecil probably thinks
I know, right?
it is.
Right.
I'd make the same decision. You're the guy I hate. Me and Grayson, this is not what I want.
And the whole time, Cecil's probably thinking, guess we can't tell him that we accidentally let his, like, greatest nemesis escape.
Yeah, they actually say that later in, I think, in one of the next episodes.
Yes, we do see.
Bring it up.
You think he's angry now?
Because I really thought Conquest escaping was going to be some big extravaganza.
Yeah.
But he just wakes up and is like, this can't hold me. I'm out. He flies off. And the greatest reaction of all time from Cecil.
Yeah.
Shit.
Shit. Old naked Conquest just roaming through the galaxy now.
Without an arm.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's one arm.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That healing factor of the Viltrumites is insane. Like, because the last time we saw his face, he didn't have a face.
Nope.
It was totally demolished.
And of course, he's like, that kid left me alive. What a punk.
Yep. What a punk.
He just didn't want you to be lonely anymore, Conquest.
Punk ass bitch.
the little heart out of blood.
Yeah. Yeah. What? Yeah, Conquest. What a character.
I'm so lonely, Mark.
I can tell you this because I'm going to kill you. But that leads us into episode 2, which takes us in a different direction. I'll give you the grand tour. And basically...
This episode threw me off a bit.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, I mean, so, like, I knew that it was...
Side quest.
I knew that we needed to have a bit of more of a Nolan's backstory, because I haven't done it yet. So I knew that this was coming, but I didn't know that they were going to dedicate almost an entire episode to just Nolan and Alan. Like,
yeah,
sort of threw me off a bit.
Same thing.
Actually, for like flashbacks or this type of episode, I usually don't like it. I like this one. I thought it was well needed. I think showing the bond between those two was important. Because,
there's bonding happening, all right.
Well, I felt like at any minute, before
not
this
on the
episode,
couch though.
I felt like any minute Omni-Man could become Omni-Man again.
Yeah.
And then showing their bond
He's
and
still
how
good.
it was growing, I was like, okay, he's a little more stable now, and he is going to help. He's not going to switch. So I thought that we needed that episode.
Man, I do not envy being the child of his parents.
Yeah.
Nolan's parents. Ooh, boy.
And they leave just enough with Nolan saying, I don't want to, I know this has to happen, but I don't want to be the one that destroys my people. And there's enough there that if he does
He's
switch
conflicted.
back or something happens, they've laid the breadcrumbs, but it's open. But yeah, this is basically Alan
Like evil
getting,
Krypton, man. Oh, you're talking
Oh,
about,
yeah.
okay. At the very beginning, it's like
Evil Krypton.
opposite
Yeah.
Krypton. It's like everybody is General
100%.
Zod. It's like
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like oh my gosh. It's even more violent looking on the pages of the comic book, watching Nolan's parents beat him nearly to death. And
Yeah.
it's like when you realize that that's how the entire Viltrum works. Oh man.
And before I knew it was a flashback, I was like, God, that looks a lot like Mark. And then I'm like, oh my God, that's Nolan.
Yes, same. I had the same thing watching it. I was like, I was like, this guy looks so much like
I
Mark.
initially thought that it was an alternate universe again that we were visiting.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, that's.
No.
But yeah,
How about
basically,
when he
true.
said, return tomorrow for training? And by the way, 2 of you aren't going to make it out of here alive.
Yeah. I love how he had his hand on the girl while he was asking the question. I thought for sure he's just gonna squeeze like a melon.
I thought so too.
I'm like, oh no, they're just killing kids here. Like, what a show.
That's why he didn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. And then we see Nolan's parents beating the crap out of him on the day he becomes an adult to, prove his manhood, and his mom is not happy
Yeah.
because the dad showed a bit of compassion
Oh,
at
yeah.
one point.
Yeah.
Which is funny that the dad is the one that's showing. So the dad is showing some compassion. If you know what I mean. So, yeah, that was
Yeah,
great.
she
And
would've
I did
killed him.
read up. Yeah.
Hey, he likes
I
his
did
Tommy
read up.
mommy.
So with his mother, I was like, man, like a bunch of people online are talking about how the reason why the mother is so cold is because this is a conquest, nation of people, society, and basically the fathers or the basically, overpower the women, which, so basically Nolan wasn't a choice for the mother, and yeah. Makes a lot more sense when you look at it through that frame.
Yeah.
It definitely
Oh,
does.
it wasn't a loving child. It was just a result
No.
of.
It wasn't
Evolution.
a loving
Yeah.
situation.
They're just there to breed more soldiers.
Yep. Exactly.
We actually hear more about that in a bit, but we do get the backstory on the Scourge virus, which, good God, all of those bodies.
The ring of bodies. Oh my God, that was such a powerful image.
Billions! Carl
think
Sagan
I,
death.
Yeah.
Billions.
I
I
have
think
the
I
piles
told
on the
these
planet.
two guys
Ugh.
about that during season 1. I was like, it was back when we were discussing, Nolan's fake backstory for Viltrum, and I was like, yeah, that picture of the planet that they showed, yeah, that ring is bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not going to tell
Spoiler
you
alert.
that yet, but that's
Not yet.
yeah.
Well, then in pure Viltrumite, everyone's dead, and they're like, we need to find out who did this, but kill every non-Viltrumite on the planet so nobody knows this
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
Like, kill the
Yeah.
free press. No one will ever know. Why is there a ring of bodies
Yeah.
around Viltrum? We killed them ourselves because they were wimps.
They were weak.
They were the weak
Wimps,
ones.
yeah. Billions of people, enough to make a visible ring.
Billions.
And then we find out that the remaining Viltrumites were basically told to go find planets that we can reproduce because we need
Yep.
to build up more. And
Yeah.
Alan, so you're supposed to go around
Bang your way around the universe.
Bang around the rail. Yeah.
He's like,
I know
yeah,
how I
well, I
would
wouldn't
put
put it like that, but yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And then,
They had such a good dynamic between Alan and Nolan. I love that.
yeah,
Same.
Seth Rogen and,
Yeah.
oh my God, what's his name?
J.K. Simmons.
Yeah, J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons.
Have great banter together. It's
They really
good.
do.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Street
man,
cop and the comedic timing.
I took a screenshot of their space hug, and I meant to put it on the thumbnail, and I just now remembered. Totally forgot
Well,
to do that.
Chris put up a great little short
Yeah.
with the space hug.
Little
Now,
trailer.
just so you know, he made us Nolan, and he gets to be Alan.
Well,
No, when you're right, you're right. So, but
well, you guys are 5,000 years old, right?
Well, according to some of the people in our chat, yeah.
we're boomers. We're the Walter White twins. Well,
Yeah.
I feel like we're being attacked, Keith.
yeah, I know. But then we find out that Thetis is actually the betrayer who killed Emperor Argo. I was like, oh, that is pretty cool. And you see Nolan's a little upset about it because he was indoctrinated for how many years thinking, this is the guy who preached. By the way, little side fact. Did you guys catch the Not Your Status Quo Easter egg in this episode?
Did they hit somebody save me or something?
Nope. Nobody fell off a cliff. Nobody. They actually have our company motto. All is ours. So the Viltrumite Creed is basically also the mission statement for Not Your Status Quo. All is ours.
That's why I put you guys as Nolan in that video.
That's right.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Okay. And just for the people who don't know, that's really not our mission statement. Our true mission statement is we own everything so you don't have to. So
Oh, gosh.
And I know
So,
you
when
guys
it-
caught the homage to Star Trek in there. In
Yeah, I
Next
was just about to
Generation
say, what you guys think
specifically.
of the whole knockoff Enterprise?
Laid on that heavy.
I was not
God.
overly happy with it.
I was
Not
like, oh,
worse. Warp.
With worse Picard.
Yes.
I know.
The worst.
God.
Pointy head Picard.
Yeah.
Show him your shirt, buddy.
Hey,
It
Sully.
was so bad, and it was hilarious. Hey,
Love
nice
it.
shirt.
That was Tessie's Not Your Status Quo shirt from many years ago.
Nice.
She tie-dyed it, and now Sully wears it.
Very
Oh.
cool.
All right. Well, he's got taste.
He does.
Got good
Got
taste.
good taste.
He's
Yeah.
gonna be running this channel in about 10 years, so
That's right. That's right.
I got a new Not Your Status Quo hoodie coming. So, and if you guys want one out there, go check out the merch shop. Available.
just hit the button.
put it in,
Yep. In the Twitch chat. But don't
you
do
go.
the 617.
Oh God. 8-9.
8-9.
It's moving the
Okay.
boobs aside so you can get in there.
40.
It's a family channel, Dave.
Yep.
Okay,
I
but
know.
We can't talk about motorboats on this channel.
we can. But using Nolan's knowledge from his sci-fi novellas, they go and start trying to gather
Yeah.
all those weapons.
We
They
also
get-
talked about
They get Space Racer to join. Of course, it's a little off the net. They
Still
go get
alive.
The weapon.
Whoops. Like, oh, it's been 100 years. He should be dead by now.
I know. Well, it's like I thought
left
he would be
him under
dead.
a pile of rocks.
I know.
I was glad to see that he's still open-minded.
How does one entertain themselves in a pile of rocks for that long? That's what I wonder.
Oh, that's a good question. Because you think he would just be seething. And of course, Nolan,
Right?
apologizes,
Yeah.
or I think there would have been a brawl there, but he's kind of like, wait, this Viltrumite is apologizing?
Yeah, it took
That's
all
what
the
got
wind
him.
out of his sails. He didn't know
Yeah,
what to
it did.
do. Like he's
Yeah.
got to be sincere
different.
because he
Yeah.
wouldn't have said it otherwise. I mean, that's not a
Nope.
Viltrumite thing to do.
Well, if you guys do want to know how somebody entertains themselves while being trapped under a bunch of stone for, more than 100 years, more like several thousand years, check out the anime Dr. Stone.
Oh yes! Oh, me and JJ watched that together. Great show with actual scientific facts in there, so it's actually a nice learning tool
Oh, nice.
for
I will,
anybody
have
that watches it too.
to add that to my anime watch.
Yes,
Oh, it's excellent.
100%, absolutely.
Absolutely. You can use your tool to look it up.
Might be a little
Oh,
hard on the keyboard, depending on the size.
But
Whoa.
they end up gathering some Sinlac beetles, which they can use their toxin or some ooze from them or something.
And like it makes them
Make a gas.
vulnerable to pain or something like that. Like they can actually I think it limits their healing factors.
Yes.
The way they explained it.
Yeah, that's it.
And then I didn't write down what they were, but then they go to another planet to get some monsters that can stop them. And of course,
Oh, the frozen dudes.
yeah, the frozen dudes. And of course, Nolan's like, "Hey, move the disc so we can unfreeze these or whatever and get them up to the ship." And of course,
Blows it up.
the Star
Blow it
Trek,
up.
fucking terrible Picard
Yes.
over
Yeah.
here.
it's like they're like, "This is the ship of the Navy," and they're all Jar Jar Binks. I'm like,
greatest
so
ship.
Seriously.
so frustrated with that, but it kept the plot moving, I guess, at this point. But they end up getting trapped down there, and once again, kind of what Dave was talking about, the camaraderie and them getting together and getting out of these situations is really building a rapport between those two. Because Alan came back for Nolan when Nolan told him to get the heck out of there. And
Yeah, he did.
Nolan would probably be dead if not for Alan at this point. So I think we're definitely seeing him coming closer to joining the war, especially since I think at the end of it he said he was going to Earth to get Mark.
To get Mark, yeah.
Yep.
Seeing the Scourge virus and
Oh yeah, that was there. We find out that Thetis was the one who engineered the Scourge virus.
the
And
betrayer.
and he has an upgraded version of it, which Nolan
Yeah.
makes him promise this will only be used
Last resort.
as a last resort. He seems like he agreed, but I don't think I was buying it too much. I was like,
Well,
Nope.
he did promise to Nolan, so I mean, there's consequences if he doesn't do it right.
true.
I think it boils down to what he considers the last, what time is time for the last resort. Like, is it when Nolan is
Immediately.
on his last leg? Right? Yeah. Could it be immediate?
Yeah.
Like when is he going? Because he seems like he's very much ready for the I assume the way he considers it, the whole Viltrum experiment to come to an end. He wants nothing more to do with. He does not like himself being a Viltrumite.
And
Yeah.
honestly, hearing
I
there's
think
only
the
50
sooner-
pure Viltrumites left, he
Yeah.
was kind of like, damn, I could just end it right now. This would be easy.
Mhm. He thought about it.
Oh, 100%.
Oh,
He
yeah.
had to. But now I wonder how effective, because we know that Nolan explained when it comes to having a child with an Earthling, because the Viltrum blood is so strong,
So
Mark is
pure, yeah.
essentially like no different than a pure blood Viltrumite.
Yep.
So it makes me wonder: does that mean the Scourge virus would still affect as bad? Half-breed Viltrums. I hate using that word, but I don't know another way to say it. Would it affect
Hybrids.
non-full-blood Viltrums the way that it would,
I got it, Doug. Viltrum mutts.
Oh
Viltrum
no,
mutts.
that's worse.
Oh,
You made
Jesus.
it worse, Dave. God.
Don't listen to him, Dave. That was awesome. It is now the term we're using.
That's
That's right.
Yeah.
that is the equivalent of mudblood.
Jeez.
God.
But yeah, Doug, you're right. The Viltrum mutts would be affected,
catching
especially
on.
over time.
Don't encourage him.
Yeah,
So,
but
yeah,
over
I do
time,
think-
basically they say that the Viltrumite blood does take over, and basically they basically become like 99.9%
Yeah.
Viltrumite over what they are. And with Oliver this season, if you notice, his skin is getting lighter. It's not as purple. That's because the Viltrumite DNA in him is taking over. Basically, it conquers the person, so it doesn't matter. if
Conquers
they're
your
hybrid.
DNA, rewrites
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then, of
Subtle
course,
attention to detail. I
Yeah.
love it.
it is. It's really nice.
Absolutely. Oh,
Yep.
didn't mean to do it that
I'm gonna
fast.
run out of drink here.
Sorry.
Pretty
We got four
soon,
of us
Mark
in
is
here,
gonna
we got
have.
all- We got yeah, I can't even think.
Pretty soon, Mark is gonna have like a mustache that even a normal razor won't be able to shave off.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like that Superman comic where he has to reflect laser beams into the mirror to shave.
Yeah.
Did they ever do that in Smallville?
No.
Ah,
He never grows any facial hair in Smallville, so
what a
they
shame.
never have to address it.
That didn't count.
Who's watching it right now, by the way. She's on season 4,
Very
the end of
nice.
season 4. Just moving
Excellent.
right along.
Cool.
Very cool.
And then, of course, this episode ends with Conquest returning to Grand Regent Thrag to report his failure.
Mr. Farag.
It would have been more hilarious if he was still butt-ass naked.
Yeah.
Just
Stopped off
standing
to get a set
there
of clothes.
at attention. I'm so lonely.
It's like,
Whoa!
it's good to be home.
This is why we're always sending you out, Conquest.
Yeah.
Gotta get
This is
you
why
out
you're
here.
not here.
Do we have a mission for him yet? Please, somebody say we got a mission for him. Let's get him off Viltrum. Come on.
Get him out of here.
Yeah.
That gets us
So
into
what I
episode-
don't get about this episode, before we move on to the next
Yeah.
episode, so Nolan was talking to Mark last season to go get his books and to find his books.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I was a little confused that like that didn't play into the storyline of them finding these things to face the Viltrumites. Like they didn't bring Mark out to help out, and I was like, why
No,
did
but
he...
that's because Nolan thought for sure that was it for him. He knew that he had been
okay.
beaten. He was captured by the Viltrumites, and he knew that what was about to happen. He had kind of resigned himself to they're going to execute me, and that's what we end up seeing playing out as before he realizes that Alan is trapped on the ship with him. But yeah, no, he had basically resigned himself to death, and he figured, hey, look, if anybody can defeat the Viltrumites, it can be you. Read my books, and they do that. Also happens in the comics as well, but they the show definitely made it seem like that was going to be an arc for
Mark. Yeah, arc
He was
for
gonna
Mark.
go out and search for these things, but no, it's he told him that because he thought he was going to die.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you, Doug, for clearing that on up. But that's the thing about this show too, is like it takes certain subplots and you think that they're gonna draw them out throughout the seasons, and it just like handles them really quickly in the season. So you just get this dense story.
And they rearrange things too, so
Yeah.
things aren't always in the same order that they happen in the comics. So it tends to throw off the flow sometimes.
Yeah,
And you
makes
guys
sense.
have subtly inferred to my problem with the series, the season so far. Well, overall series, but we'll get to that at the end.
Okay, yeah, let's
let's
move
get
on to
into-
the next one, right?
Let's get into episode 3. I got to get some air.
Yes.
Machine
Oh,
Head.
go ahead. We'll wait.
Yeah, okay, cool. Machine Head informs Titan that Master Lu is still alive and coming after them, and he should join the what is that gang?
The Order.
The Order. Yep.
Order.
He should join the Order.
Clever
That will
name.
protect him. It is.
Yeah, he was
very
trying to
clever.
tell him to do this last season, and Titan kept telling him, "No, I'm not. I worked hard to get this slice. I'm not about to join this order and give up everything that I worked hard to get." And he's like, "Hey, man, it's the only way to protect yourself if you're part of the order." And he spent a good chunk of last season trying to make that happen. And if it wasn't for Mark and Eve nearly dying to fight that dragon last season, then yeah. And so, oh man, I appreciated Mark's reaction at when they're like, "Oh, it's a Invincible ink," and he said, "From who?" "Oh, psh."
Yeah.
And Oliver's like, "Oh, I can handle it. I can handle
Yeah,
it."
sure. Go
Okay,
ahead, man.
Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
But then we also saw Titan is attacked by Mag attack.
Oh my god.
Magna
I thought
attack.
they were definitely going to kill his kid and
Big
wife. And
Mag
that sort of,
attack.
like,
Oh, the worst Magneto.
close.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything is like a worse knockoff.
Yep. Yep.
And then, of course, what this show does so good, Titan does not let him live. It's like,
No.
he, isotope guy, kind of teleports the kids and kind of helps him, and he just gets and just,
Thank God.
you won't threaten my family again. Which is how we see Mark starting to think, starting to behave
Which
that way a little bit. And
Mirrors what Mark does to Titan at the end of this.
Yes,
Yep.
yes, it does.
Yeah.
What? Did you jump ahead? We don't do that here.
We have never once done that, ever.
No.
And then Rex shows us that no threat is ever over.
Rex.
When he throws up. Yeah. It's weird. Every time they call him Rex,
Calling him Rex. Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
when Adam Eve was like, I'm going to go get checked out by Rex. And I'm like, he's dead. Oh, it's
He
fucking wrong.
died. Wait.
But he ends up puking up a Sequid, and Monster Girl
Mm-hmm.
destroys it So once again, leaving that out there, they might not all be gone. There might be another host somewhere.
Never.
Yeah.
So,
There's probably one hiding in someone else's body, just waiting to be hacked up.
yep. Because he said he
By the
didn't
way,
even feel it.
Is the robot form still voiced by what's the guy's name from Heroes? He played
Yeah,
Spock.
Levi.
Zachary Quinto.
I
Zachary
believe it
Quinto,
is.
not Levi.
It didn't sound to me like the same guy.
might
I
have to watch
agree.
it again.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure. I didn't
I
look
thought
at the
it
credits.
sounded a little different too. Yeah.
Yeah. I suppose I could look that up.
Yeah. But Titan, obviously asks Invincible for help. Oliver goes, and then the Flaxans return and attack Earth with just
The Flaxans
a
again.
huge
Flaxans.
army.
And if you guys didn't watch the back issue breakdown of issue number 3 that Keith just posted up, it was all about the Flaxans. So I was like, this is perfect timing when I was watching episode 3. I was like, great job, not your status quo. Right on the pulse.
Yes, it was planned exactly that way. I didn't get lucky at all. Cool, everyone believes me. Okay, good. But basically, Mark goes to help them with the Flaxans, and they're trying to find out what emitter is being used to keep them young. Because for those of you that don't remember, the Flaxans, when they come into this universe, they age incredibly rapidly.
So that is one of 2 issues that I have with this part of the episode. First, if you guys remember the last time they had created some sort of chrono tool in order to prevent themselves from aging rapidly, each of them had their own individual risk thing. So if one got destroyed, it didn't affect the rest of them. Now, I understand that they had the emitter on the other side of the portal, but having one item versus multiple spread out, it just seems like a bad design, like they took a step backwards. Now, I understand that Nolan went there and nearly destroyed their whole planet, but that still seems like something that, I don't know, like before we move on our planet to try and conquest Earth again, maybe don't have one giant emitter. The other issue that I had is really more with kind of superhero TV shows, comic books in general, because they all do this, where they'll draw the line like, I don't kill, unless it's, a nameless, faceless, goon or whatever. Like, okay, well, if it's just like a bunch of scrolls, we'll kill them, or a bunch of, these aliens will kill them, or, whatever. Like, that's no big deal.
You don't kill humans.
Right. Yeah, the line is...
Yeah, Flaxans are totally fine.
Flaxans are fine. We can kill them.
Very much like the Viltrumites,
I feel like that's the wrong time to do this storyline, because we're struggling with Mark's anger management and how he's trying to determine whether he should or shouldn't kill. But then we've got this entire episode dedicated to, well, we have to kill them.
Well, by the way, I don't want it to go under the radar that I think it was the last episode, and we didn't mention Clancy Brown.
Oh, yeah.
No, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And Clancy Brown adds so much to everything he's in. As soon as I heard his voice, my radar went up. I'm like, hell yeah, Clancy's back, baby.
Yeah.
It's always nice hearing his voice, seeing him doing all the Clancy things. And just so you know,
Mr.
I know
Krusty.
everyone, to go off on a little tangent here, I know everyone's keeping track of who we are standing, but we have added, and because we now stand him, I will say his name correctly, Walton Goggins is now officially stand by Not Your Status Quo and Fatherly Fandom. So, because he was great as Cecil.
That's right. Beloved character actor Walter Goggins. We stand him.
Walter Goggins.
Wally.
In his Goggins goggles. Have you seen that? He actually does sell some
I've seen
Goggins
those,
goggles.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
We're going to have to get some.
Awesome guy.
Yep.
Awesome guy.
But as Doug was saying, they kept the emitter inside their thing. I can only assume that they thought it would be better because they could have an army there protecting it, and it wouldn't be an individual thing. Who knows? It's one of those things. Let's not think about it too much, because we might start picking major holes in it. But of course, Rex, robot, figures it out, asks Monster Girl, hey, do you trust me?
Monster Girl.
And they bust through into the other side. They end up finding it, destroying it, which ages up all the things, and they start dying. And Britt and the Guardians kind of go against Cecil. It was kind of funny because Britt was having such a rough time understanding why Robot would not obey every order to the thing. And I think he kind of figured it out at the end there when he's like, okay, you know what, Cecil, nope, we're going in there because we need to stop this threat once and for all because Robot's right. If they come back one more time, they're probably going to take it.
They're going to be
over
cooked.
the planet.
Yeah.
Every time they come, it is a hard battle. And, you know, Cecil even said, last time Nolan did it for us. Last time Nolan was there to wipe them out. We don't have him this time.
They got something better. They've got Mark.
And like every action film or anything else, it closes right as they're about to get into the other side.
Of course.
And the next
the
episode
one
will be a
Flaxan
flashback episode.
sacrificed himself.
So Monster Girl, Robot are trapped with the Flaxans in the Flaxans universe, and they had a massive army building up. When Robot looked over the ridge and saw it, that's when he was like, we've got to handle this now. So it'll be interesting to see if we go back to them at all this year, or this season, I should say.
Well, I guess if anybody was going to get trapped on the other side of that portal where time moves quicker than it does on Earth, it's got to be the girl who can't grow up and, you know, the clone of a boy who I don't know if he ages either.
Doesn't seem like
Now,
it.
will they be aging slower on that planet? So will they be living like ages on the Flaxan homeworld, or will they age
Nolan
themselves?
was there for I know that like on Earth years or whatever, I think he was gone for like a week or whatever on Earth, and it was like 1,000 years in Flaxan.
Yeah, so they're gonna. I wonder how they're gonna handle that. Like, will they get the Flaxans on their side at some point because they'll be around for that long, or
They'll have
figure
plenty of
something
time
out?
to explain it to them.
All the time in the world.
And then Mark finds out that Oliver is fighting Lou, heads out to help him, ends up taking him out with the Bash brothers kind of take care of it a little bit. And then we see Titan joining the order. And of course Machine Head gives the, all bygones are bygones and you don't fight with other order members. And I'm like,
Order members.
oh, I know what's happening
So
now.
speaking of, there's a second member. Come on down.
And you knew it was happening. You knew it was coming. And then you see, what's his name, standing behind Machine Head. It's like, you double-crossed him again.
Is his name
You garbage
Isotope?
person.
Is his name Isotope?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I always think Isotope Ray because I think it was a Simpsons reference or something. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And then, of course, this episode ends with a post little beginning of the credits.
Oh, yes.
The almost right after the credits start scene, we see Mark It Up, and Eve is in the bathroom, and she says she's okay, and it flashes to her, and she is pregnant.
What a terrible situation to be in.
And
you think they're
that's
having a
why
girl?
She's having trouble.
Who knows? Who knows? Could be
I don't know. I guess we should read the comics to find out.
Maybe.
It's going to be a sheep. It's going to be a sheep.
Well,
So since she's creating her own life right now, is that why her powers are on the fritz? Is that why we
Yes.
think?
yes.
Yes,
is.
that's why I think. I don't know. I can't speak for these guys.
I would agree.
That's what I think. We on this side of the screen agree.
How about on that side of the screen?
Yeah,
I don't know if we're in
that's-
the same order as on the
about
Zoom
you guys?
call.
See, to me, Dave, you're pointing at the side.
Really?
Yeah.
If you look on,
see here.
No, I know.
Oh, we
YouTube
are on
and
the same
Twitch,
side.
he's pointing to me.
Let's see.
Yes. In Zoom, I don't know where you guys see yourselves.
Yeah, in Zoom, yeah, it's
Are
different.
Yeah.
Mirrored. Yeah.
I specifically did it for the screen on YouTube. You
you
called
go.
it out. You just
Good
made
job,
it
Dave.
silly.
I knew what you were doing.
Thank you.
I'm not a very bright man. That has been well documented. And how
Okay,
dare you
Forrest.
guys think I will ever get any smarter or anything else?
It's okay, Dave. I trust you completely. It's because I'm just so lonely, Dave.
Whoa.
How are you doing there, Dave? I'm
This is uncharted territory,
lonely.
folks.
All right, guys, we got to set up a Hinge profile for Doug. Stat. If anybody could do that in the chat, please.
As long as you're talking about Conquest, let's talk a little what's next.
Conquest.
What's next?
Are we...
Nice.
Do you think he is going to go out and basically start hunting? And maybe start tracking Nolan, perhaps? Going back at Mark?
Well,
Thrag
He's
has
gonna go
something
out-
in mind for him.
Are you
He's gonna go
sure?
out
Because
killing.
it seemed like Thrag implied that we don't have room for failures.
That's right. Room on Viltrumite for failures. He's going to send him out. And basically, you got to prove yourself to us now. You got to take out Nolan. You got to go back to Earth, take out Mark. You got to... I do think that he's going to go back to Earth, and Nolan will already beat him there, and Mark and him will not be there. And I think Conquest is
think that's
going
what
to do a lot of destruction.
He's not going out hunting. He's going out killing because hunting implies failure.
ah,
Yes, he will be. He will go out killing. Very true. And I think Nolan's going to return and try and recruit Mark, and I don't think Mark is going to have much want to do it. But I think in the end, he is going to agree to end the Viltrum threat forever.
Now,
because-
that is one thing that I think the show is going to handle different. We talked a little bit about this during our Theory Palooza, but I think that's something the show is going to handle different than it was in the comics. In the comics, Debbie and Mark are pretty quick to forgive him. Like, it doesn't take very long. It's, I think, a couple of pages in one issue, and then all of a sudden, bygones are bygones. And, Debbie is even considering getting back together with Nolan. I don't think that's going to happen in the show. Especially since, in this episode, we were also introduced to Paul. And he's a good guy. And he's clearly,
wants to buy a
good
new
for
house
Debbie.
for the family.
Yeah, they're moving
It's
in.
very good for Debbie. Yeah.
And I love how like shy and embarrassed he is, and just how like totally normal the boys think it all is.
he's not too shy to
Now-
be knocking them boots every night.
No.
Not afraid of that.
Do kids still say
You're
that term?
you're almost as loud as Mark and Eve.
Oh, that.
Oh,
by the
boy.
way, yeah, the last episode
Yeah.
with Nolan
Oh,
like
yeah,
this
on the couch.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, that was so funny. Every
And
time.
then he could have had
That was so funny.
his own room the entire time. I thought you guys were on a throuple
So
situation.
pissed when he found out there were all
Yeah, I
the
was like,
rooms.
You
I just
what?
assumed you were part of a.
Yeah. I was like, oh my god, yeah, that was hilarious. That was
Again,
so good.
old Nolan probably would have killed fake Picard.
Oh yeah, he
Oh,
would have definitely
yes.
smashed his face in for that.
So he's really come a long way.
But Doug, so in the comics, is Paul a character in the comics? Do we see him?
Yeah, but he's like almost a background character. He looks different.
Oh.
He acts different. He's barely there.
So
He's
he's
an
expanded a
NPC.
lot in the
Oh yeah,
show.
he's been fleshed out more
Cool.
in the TV show. That's why I think the
yeah.
TV
agree
show is
then.
going to go in a different direction.
Oh, for sure. I think definitely. We know from the previews that Nolan and Alan will return to Earth to try to get Mark. And
I just don't think they're going to win him and Debbie over as quick as they do in the comics.
Yeah, I don't know.
No.
That wouldn't make much sense.
Because was it.
It was.
Am I remembering correctly? Did they
Was.
show us the scene of Nolan calling her like a pet? Was that the end of last season, or was that this one?
No, it was last season.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I know that they played that clip again for her,
Mm-hmm.
and so yeah, I think the fact that they keep hammering that home and reminding us how little Nolan used to think of both of them, I think that's going to be important towards their overall character development. Because again, another thing that I said last time was Debbie's character has been expanded quite a bit more. In the
Yeah.
comics, she basically lived off of Nolan's book sales, and she didn't, have a job of her own or anything like that. In the show, she clearly does.
Yeah, I love that they changed that up for her.
Yeah,
And yeah,
yeah,
just for her own sake and respect
yeah.
for
Yes,
Debbie,
yes. Thank you.
don't take
Respect
him
is big.
back. Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
and they're doing a better job of expanding some of the side characters out. Like in the comics that I've
Yes.
read so far, she's really just kind of a mom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it's like at the end of the one episode, at the end of issue 3, which we just did the back issue breakdown for, Nolan is captured by the Flaxans and taken to their universe. And Mark's
Yep.
like, oh, Dad won't be home. And she's just like, well, more pork chops for us.
Right?
Okay, let's talk about the big
chops are
reveal at the
great.
end of the 3rd episode.
Hmm.
Eve's pregnancy. It looks like she won't be telling Mark right away. I don't know if she's going to try to continue to be a part of Invincible Inc., try to use her powers to help people. I mean, she understands now that it's not just her, basically. And I wonder if this will all kind of come together with Mark's escalating, well, his guilt and his escalating violence against people. I wonder if
Yeah.
her being pregnant with his child is going to be what kind of brings him back.
This is the turning point. Yeah.
Well,
Absolutely.
who knows how long the gestation period is? Did somebody say absolutely? I gotta go get a
normal.
drink.
Yeah, I did.
Who knows how long she's pregnant for?
True.
Being in her condition, she could have the baby
That's
next week.
interesting.
Yeah, she's a superhero. He's half Viltrumite. Well, he's probably like
Mm-hmm.
85% Viltrumite by now. And yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
that's a very good question, Dave. We have no idea how long she will carry this kid. It could be 2 weeks because of the Viltrum blood.
Wow. How crazy would that be?
But it's funny
Now
because
with Oliver and now with a baby.
we
So-
talked about her getting pregnant on the Theory
Mm-hmm.
Palooza, and I think we all agreed, this might be a little too early for her to do it. So in that second scene, or that we'll call it a mid-credit scene, I don't know what else to call it because it's so quick after the credits start. But when she was pregnant, I was just like, oh boy, here we go. Because
Yeah.
for those of you, playing the home game, they do have a girl named Tara in the comics. So
Mhm.
we're assuming that's how this will play out also.
Yeah. And who knows how long they will live because like Adam Eve too, like she can regenerate herself as well. So like the parents are going to be alive a long time. That's going to be a strong baby. That's for sure.
Like Bam Bam.
Yeah, just like Bam
Oh
Bam.
yeah. Mhm. And so we mentioned this on the Theory Palooza as well. Theory confirmed it again that Oliver kind of is acting as the conscience for Mark. So
Yep.
when Mark was beating up Titan and about to kill him, who was it that brought him back from the brink?
Yep.
It was Oliver. So it was perfect. Yeah. You guys nailed it.
Oliver close up.
Yeah.
It was,
Oh,
it,
Dave.
it makes sense for his character development too. The fact that he started out, way overconfident. He was very much Nolan's son at first, and it took him, fighting with Invincible a while. And I think especially with that fight with, oh my gosh, what's his name? Played by Jesse from Breaking Bad. I think it took that fight especially to sort of wake something up in him to realize, oh, this is not, just some fantasy heroics like what my dad was always talking about. This is real.
Right. And I like how they handled his uniform as well, with keeping the O and everything. Like, Debbie was like, he's going to be his own hero. He's going to be Oliver. He can make his own decision. So it's like, yes, I like that. I like that explanation.
I did too.
I'm
yeah.
the kid.
And I also I'm looking forward. I hope we get more Titan, Machine Head,
Oh, yeah.
the Order this season. I mean, there's so much going
Guys.
on.
Yeah. I love Machine Head. Like, I don't know. This character is hilarious to me. So I really appreciated him in this last episode.
If they ever go live action, he should be played by Sam Rockwell.
Oh, yes. That would be perfect.
Yes.
Yes. I like it.
And I wonder if, if Oliver might start working with Titan a little bit. Because I think Titan is going to be less than happy with how that episode ended and with what, Master Lu also joining the order and everything else. I think he might have Oliver working for him a little bit. And I think it might.
Oh, like if he
off.
calls Invincible Inc., maybe put in a special request. I need your help, but only Oliver.
I think it may be more on
Send
the
Oliver
side.
out here. On the
Because
side, yeah.
Oliver saw what Invincible did to him and wanted to do to him and would have done to him if he hadn't stopped. He might be reaching out to him directly like, hey, listen, I got some stuff. Can you want to make some money outside of Invincible Inc.? I got some stuff I need you to do for me. And I think because he saw his little girl and sees what kind of family man he is, I think he sees Titan a little differently than Mark does at this point, and he may grow. But I got a feeling like he might be doing little side hustle for Titan outside of the order, and I want to see it because, I mean, Jesus, I don't know how we're going to fit everything into the rest of this season. We got 5 episodes left, and I mean, we got Conquest out there, the Viltrumites, we got the Scourge, we got, him coming back to get Mark. We got the Flax, we got Robot Girl, and oh my God, Monster Girl and Robot, not Robot Girl. I'm messing them up now. But
Not yet.
giddy up. Who knows what'll even happen, while they're there, because Robot's probably going to start learning Flaxan technology a whole lot better. I think that's another reason why he got trapped there. Why that was the character that got picked. Monster Girl is probably going to be Monster Girl. I don't know if they'll have her just destroying things left and right, or maybe teaming up. There might be a rebel
Living out in the Flaxan wilderness. Robot is like actually helping the Flaxans fix their technology and learning from them, and then they have to deal with the wandering monster that'll like jump out of caves and kill a bunch of Flaxans. They've got like horror stories because again time moves different, so now like generations of Flaxans believe in this ancient cave monster that eats Flaxans.
Are you scared to go into woods? I'm not scared of the flaxen eating monster. It's not real. But I keep going back and forth. If it's like something that he might like broker some peace deal, stop invading Earth. I'll help you build this stuff or do whatever you need. Stop being.
I think so.
So like this, or they're going to find plans for the next Earth invasion. And be like, oh crap, I gotta build, I gotta get a hold of one of these teleporters, whatever you want to call it, get back to Earth to prepare everybody, or bring a force here to stop them on their side so we don't destroy our own planet. Because that city, if anyone is still living in that city, get out. Because buildings are smashed and constant alien invasions. And I know it's kind of like Robert Kirkman's sort of like joke about how comic books always do. It's like they're all in New York and things are smashed, everything, but a week later everything's fixed and there's no real problems. But man, it's like I would like to see, since we're not getting Nolan stuck in the Flaxan, is it a universe or just a world? I always thought that it was a different universe.
I'm not sure. I mean, it's got to be at least a different solar system,
Oh yeah, it could be. That can explain why time is so different. Just they're further or closer to the sun. However science works. I can't remember.
But plus, things are cheaper when it was all smashed. So
True. Yeah.
Buy up some land, you'd be all fine.
But I wonder if we're going to see any more of them this season, or much, or if this could be a setup for season 5. Like we might not see them again, and then by the time season 5 rolls around next year, we may get, let's have a Monster Girl and Robot episode and find out what's going on in the Flaxan, solar system.
Maybe it'll be like the end credit scene of episode 8. All of a sudden, a portal opens and we see like an adult robot and a monster girl monster.
That way they can bring back Jason Mantzoukas to voice the character. That's what I was thinking, that they're going to be adults when they come back.
Half monster, half robot.
Oh, God.
Yeah. This is our baby. Everybody's got a baby now.
We had a lot of time.
Kill me now. Please kill me now.
What is my purpose?
To serve butter.
Oh, my God.
Oh my God.
Nice.
All right. The last
Literally.
thing that I have in my notes here is about the Coalition. We know there is a rat, a mole, a spy for the Viltrums.
Right?
Now that Nolan knows about the Scourge virus, do you think the word is going to get out there and possibly back to Conquest, Thrag, and we may see an all-out assault on the Coalition homeworld?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I could definitely see that, and then them
Yeah.
neutralizing that as a threat, so they don't have that as the final resort.
Their most closely guarded secret. Yes, I do think that the Viltrumites are going to figure that out.
Why not just set them back a generation every 20 years, like Rick and Morty do? You just go back to say the Snake Planet where they developed that time travel. You just go back and you just let them kill themselves for about 20 years, and then you go back and you do it again.
Yeah.
Nobody's on that boat with me. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. I don't.
But yeah, I don't know if that could be how this season ends, seeing them kind of coming to take care of that virus, because with only 50 left, that's probably the biggest threat to their existence right now. And Thrag is not going to be too keen on something that can wipe them all out, especially it's stronger. It killed billions the last time. It may finish the job here.
Yeah, if it's stronger, it will definitely take care of all of the Viltrumites. So, what I was thinking too is at the end of this season, do we think that going into season 5, we're going to have a time jump, a time skip later on, or some point
It would
in the
make
series?
sense because the comics did that. I assume the show would probably follow suit.
Yeah, like 6 months.
So it just matters where they're going to leave off in the comic for this season, which I have an idea where they're going to.
Ooh, I would love to hear it.
So we're going to go into spoilers?
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
Yeah, we do that. Well, when it's not a Theory Palooza, we can go thread and throw that out whenever we want.
Oh,
so
perfect.
run with it, baby.
Yeah, so I think that, what we said was correct. We're going to go through the Viltrumite War and everything. They're going to destroy the planet. And we're going to get to where Nolan is revealed to be the heir. And we're going to get Viltrumites on Earth, trying to reintegrate into Earth. And then that's where we're going to leave it for this season. And then we'll do a time skip for season 5.
Yeah, I could say that.
I like it.
Yep.
I do wonder almost if they will speed run it for this season though, or do you think they're going to have the Viltrum War taking place next season? Did they? I'm sorry, I don't remember. Did they say next season is the last one or what?
No, they're supposed to have 8 seasons.
Oh,
8 seasons
okay.
altogether?
That's what I just read.
Okay, then they
Knowing
might stretch
that-
this out a bit.
It might get a bit stressed
Wait
out.
a
right?
minute.
Yeah.
Dave, you can read?
Newsflash!
It was
No,
very big letters. and they
readings
were
for
very short
dorks.
We're bearing the lead here. Dave can read!
Thank you.
Bearing- bearing the
working on it.
lead like robot into monster girl. Am I right?
Oh!
Heyo!
That's bearing the lead.
Oh.
Laying pipe.
Earlier I did think the Viltrumite War would lead into season 5, and that would be the hard, but I don't know now. We may see it all come at the end of this season and all happen out and then have, because we still have not seen, we talked about it in the Theory Palooza, is the demon, what's it?
Oh yeah,
Damien Darkforce or whatever his name is.
yep. And they made it clear, if you guys watched the behind the scenes, the creators were talking about how that was brand new to the show. In the comic, they don't really go back to the whole Damien Darkblood thing, and so having him come back was definitely a change made for the show.
Cool.
So yeah, you're right. I kind of forgot about that. Good point, Keith.
I was thinking it would be something early like the Sequids. And maybe that'll come up episode 5 or 6 or something, and then the Viltrumite War won't be full on until season 5, and then we'll go from there. But it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out because they got so much stuff going on, which they always do. It's never just one villain attacking the city. It's always like, okay, we got a giant dragon over here, the Flaxans, we got the Sequids, we got everybody attacking at once, and you got to be in 10 spaces at once. Can you do it, Invincible?
Well, that sounds like a Robert Kirkman thing because when I assume a lot of authors would probably want to do this, the guy who does, I can't think of his name, the guy who does Game of Thrones as well, the guy who writes for it,
George R.R. Martin.
George R.R. Martin. Yeah.
Yeah, they write their material in their, he writes books, they write comics, and then say that they develop a TV show and say, well, I think it would be interesting if I would have went this way with this character instead, and it's a little bit different. They get to explore other options. I think that's pretty cool.
True, and you say they do move things around in this show, so things might play out a little bit differently when it comes to.
It's like a what if for the author.
Yeah, they get to see what they've already made and then decide, actually, you know what, it would have made more sense if. It would have made more sense if I would have done it this way. And so now that I have the opportunity, Stephen King has said that he does that a couple of times when he gets involved in whatever they're making. Like he had a little bit of creative input with Welcome to Derry.
Welcome to Derry.
And he had said multiple times,
show.
Yes.
Oh, such good. We loved that show.
I think we all gave it a 9 at least.
Well, you know what they say: a smile is something special. A ribbon is something rare.
It's which Sully knows too, right?
I know.
But yeah, when they were telling him their idea of how they wanted to expand, Pennywise's character, he was like, actually, you nailed it way better than I did. I was on drugs, so.
Yeah, that was some of Stephen King's best writing is when he was on drugs.
When he was just totally on cocaine.
Blitzed out of his mind.
But I think, too, a lot of the times the reason for the change is because it affects something later on. Like, he's like, man, I wish I would have wrote that better in issue 6 because it really affected issue 25. I had to play it this way. If we could have played it this way, it would have been a lot better.
Hindsight's 20/20. Yeah.
Another great example from fantasy literature. The Hobbit, the entire idea behind the One Ring, it was like just kind of a MacGuffin for the Hobbit. It was just a ring of invisibility. It didn't mean anything. Yeah. But then when it came time for the Lord of the Rings, he's like, actually, I should rewrite some of that stuff in the Hobbit because these ideas I came up with for the Lord of the Rings is like way cooler.
Very true.
Authors will sometimes retroactively. I mean, we saw George Lucas do it all the time with Star Wars. He'd go back and change things based on, actually, I had this idea. Oh, you know what would be better is if instead of some chick with prosthetics and chimpanzee eyes, I just had a dude be the emperor.
Weird. So as far as seasons go, I did find it here. Series creator Robert Kirkman has indicated the show could ideally span 7 to 9 seasons to complete the story from the comics.
Okay.
With some flexibility for 8 to 10 seasons, depending on adaptation choices.
Nice.
He emphasized that the roadmap for the series is designed to follow the comic while allowing for breaks and adjustments, ensuring the narrative can be fully realized without being truncated. So there you go. So we could get up to 10 seasons
of awesome.
Invincible.
I almost wonder if he intends on continuing the story in any way, like beyond where it ended in the comics.
Yeah, that would be great for comic fans too that have read it all and then
give them more than what they saw.
You're definitely spoiled if you've read the comics or you know about the comics or if you've read about what happens. Yeah, we're all spoiled when it comes to that. So if we
Yeah.
get to a point where it goes beyond, that'd be great. I'd love that.
Oh yeah. Same.
By the way, Doug, I wanted to throw this in there because I have a dad joke.
Okay. Did
Um,
anybody pay any Infinity Stones?
well, you guys, you mentioned Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. It made me think of Martin Freeman, who plays, Bilbo, and Andy Serkis, of course, who plays Gollum. Well, they were both in Black Panther, and they were the only white guys. So does that make them? Go ahead, Keith. I know what you're smiling.
No, go ahead.
You know,
I know what you're.
they are the Tolkien white guys.
Okay.
Like the Tolkien
Yeah,
black
yes,
guys.
yes.
No.
Just so
Okay.
you
No,
know,
I get it. I get it.
Back to you.
Just so you know, KJ Richter 7 and fellow nerd Doug both redeemed dad jokes. So to fulfill
good.
our channel points things, the other day I was at the doctor because I had like a cut on my hand. And I said, "Is it okay if I just stitch this up myself when I get home?" And he goes, "Yeah, suit yourself."
It's so bad.
Oh,
Dave, just so you know, South Park literally did that joke.
oh, did they?
Yes.
Now I feel foolish.
Um, they named their character Token, and now they've retroactively renamed him Tolkien. And and when I say retroactively,
Oh, I
I mean they
remember
went
Tolkien.
back and they changed all the subtitles and they changed the
Oh.
wiki page.
Oh, my
that's
god.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
hilarious.
It's like they're gaslighting their entire fan base. Like, oh no, it's been
Yeah.
Tolkien the whole time.
Just so
The
you
whole
know,
time.
Doug, Fatherly Fandom just redeemed an Emperor Palpatine voice. You are on the clock.
Giddy now. Oh, good. Because good guy Pelps has been wanting to talk to his good
Hey.
little imperial citizens. I hope you all have your chain codes.
I'm glad you saved that for the review section, and I think Doug should go.
Yeah, I think so too.
And with that, gentlemen, do you think it's time to review these first 3 episodes?
I do. Doug, what do you
Yes.
think there, Palps?
Well, let me tell you, I think that it wasn't dark enough. But I sensed Mark's hatred, his anger. It made him stronger. It was good, good, Mark. And I said, kill him, do it. But he didn't. I was very disappointed, so I'll have to kill him instead.
You're not even on this show,
That's all I
Palps.
have to say. It was dark, it was wonderful, and I wanted more death.
How long has he got, Keith? Make him
He's
keep
got
talking.
3 minutes and 47 seconds.
I don't
Oh,
know what
man.
else to even say. I just know that, oh, okay. Well, I tell you what, fine. I will give my actual review just in a Palpatine voice. Because I'm filled with my dark side anger. I felt that it was a pretty decent premiere, all things considered. You know, young Anakin, have you ever heard the story of the 3-episode premiere of Invincible? It's a story the Jedi will not tell you. But I felt it was pretty good, all things considered. You know, I was a little taken aback by the entire 2nd episode being a mix of flashback and mostly that goody two-shoes light side Alan. I dislike him. I know that we can bring Nolan back to the dark side. He's still filled with anger. I did like the episode overall for what it was. It just threw me for a bit of a loop when I realized that we were taking a break from the ongoing story of Mock, and I thought that it was a bit disappointing that we were getting into the story and dealing with the emotional baggage, and we had to take a break to catch ourselves up with Alan. I understood why it had to happen. I do get that. It threw me off for a bit. But overall, the jokes landed for me. I thought they did an excellent job. It was outstanding. And I would have to say that these 3 episodes, I'm going to rate them as a unit. I would say for this season premiere is 3 episodes, I'm going to give it an easy 8 out of 10. It was good. It made me laugh. I did not have any phone moments. I was engaged with all of the episodes. I was just sort of taken aback from time to time. But I really like the way that they're building on these characters.
Very
David.
nice. All right. Well, if you want to hear my point of view, here it comes.
We do.
All right. I challenged myself when I started watching episode 1 I started out being on my phone, right? I wanted to see if it would keep my attention, even if I was doom scrolling whatsoever. And guess what? It did. It took my attention completely off the phone just by what was going on the screen.
Wow.
And, that's surprising. Not by the show, but overall. I mean, because I scroll like nobody else. No, I'm just kidding. Just the fact that I tried to be distracted
Scroll
and I
like
wasn't.
everybody?
Scroll. I tried to be
Locked in the
distracted. I
basement?
intentionally tried to be distracted, and it didn't work. So that's good storytelling. I was sucked in. My problem with it is something we've mentioned throughout the night on this whole topic. They have so much going on that like some of the things that popped up, I really had to think back and like the Flaxan. Like what? Who the hell are these guys? I had to think about it for a minute, or I had to like look back.
Thank God
in
for
the
that.
history.
That
What's that?
breakdown. Thank God for the back issue breakdown. Cleared it all
Yes,
up for
thank
me.
you. Thank you, Keith. And
Yeah.
it's got a little frustrating with me because it's a big problem I had with the show last year. They would get a character and spend an entire episode on them, and then they would be gone for like an entire season. Like Angstrom, where is he? I thought he was going to be the main villain of this show, even back on season 1, and he's been like very spotty in showing up. And I think they've got too much going on in that way. That's my strike against the show. I like the individual episodes, especially like the one that surprised Doug, because it showed those two bonding and how it's going to be. It's a deeper connection than just will you come fight with me? Okay, I'm with you, man. No, it's much deeper than that, and they showed that. I like that. And we're seeing Mark's evolution into like a darker side. I like that too. But there's just so much going on with so many different characters that wander in and out of the show, and they're in the season, and then they won't be in the season for like a year or 2 years. And it's just, that's really frustrating to me. It's hard to follow a timeline and a plot when they do that stuff. And they did it pretty well in these 3 episodes too. So you guys aren't going to like it, but I'm only going to rate this a 6 for the first 3 episodes.
We only want you to rate it honestly, Dave. We would never be disappointed in your honest thing. I mean, there's 4 of us because we all have differing opinions, so it's good to hear it all. Now, see, I don't mind any of the things like that. I like when it's convoluted. And if they have a plot arc that we don't see for a while and they come back to it, now like you, I'm sometimes confused, like, wait, what's going on? But I like that. It challenges me. It makes me want to watch it again and see those back things to get that more deeper thing. Because we do have so much going on. We have the Damien Darkblood post-credit scene from last year. We have the Viltrumite War. We have Angstrom, who hooked up with some dudes at the end of last season, which I can't remember.
Hooked up with some dudes.
I could probably phrase that better.
Good
The
for
technicians.
This year we had the Sequid invasion. We have Adam Eve pregnant. We've got the Scourge virus with the Coalition. We've got Conquest back, on Viltrum. We got Thrag being introduced. We've got oh my god, I just fucking lost it there for a minute. Hold on. Oh, we got the Titan and Machine Head and all that going on. And I love these convoluted plots where they go. Sometimes it's frustrating when we don't get the thing I want to see quicker and they go somewhere else. But I've always enjoyed that there's all this craziness going on everywhere. and you got to kind of really work to keep up at times. And I think that's the strength of the show, and I think that's how Kirkman writes, is like just everywhere and anything, and it's not formulaic like you may get in other, comics and comic book TV shows and stuff. So, I'm really enjoying this. Oh, another thing we forgot about, Sinclair building his Reaniman with the marks.
Oh, and then he comes up and apologizes to Mark too. I was like, ooh. That's a big
Character
scene.
growth for him.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean,
You know what? Actually, I just realized. You know what? I
Did you
think
do
I
that
need to
purposely?
change. I need to change my rating.
Okay.
I need to drop it down to a 7.5.
For what?
Well, I felt like they sort of held their punches a bit when it came to like the way things were demonstrated on the show versus in the comics, because I went back and I was reading some of the relevant issues accidentally. I wasn't planning on actually reading through them. I was just going to try and like get a screenshot from one of the comic book pages and then read it instead. And just some of the emotional weight that they have on the pages is more heavy, I guess, in the way that they demonstrated in the show. So I'm going to say a tentative 7.5, and it can earn its way back up to an 8 if in the next episode they at least give us more emotion out of Eve.
Yeah, we do have time. She did just find out at the end. So, okay.
Yeah.
Change accepted, young man. And yeah, for me, I just, seeing all the craziness going on, I thought outside of the terrible Star Trek parody, I thought episode 2 was a fantastic episode. I loved seeing the backstory. I loved seeing Alan like, how dare you make me care like for the Viltrumites or whatever, I can't believe you made me care. And they did a really good job with dealing with the backstory. They are, a conquering race that have no mercy for anybody, but they made them a little more well-rounded at times. You care a little bit for them, and you understand billions of them died and all this stuff going on. I thought they did a great job of not taking the easy route and just making them pure evil all the time for nothing. They have this crazy religion, all is ours, and really molds these kids from birth. So it's hard. When you are molded into that, you're going to believe that and you're going to think that's the right way. And I thought they did a great job of showing how that came on Viltrum. I enjoyed even the first episode. I thought it was really great, seeing the Sequids come back and Mark having to make that choice and had to do what he didn't want to do. Because a lot of times in shows, it'll be like, oh my God, I may have to kill this guy. And then, oh no, last second we saved the day. He didn't have to do it. So there's no, emotional anguish that I hope you're right. Doug, we didn't see it so much in these first 3 episodes, but Mark should have a very tough road ahead of him emotionally. If he finds out about his kid, him worrying about becoming more like Omni-Man and he's killing people, he's judge, jury, and executioner. There is a lot that they could get out of what has happened so far in this season. And then, of course, it switches to Machine Head and Titan a little bit, and the Flaxans come back. It's like we had 7 villains every episode, it seemed like, and it all worked out very well. And we have so much more left, and I can't wait to see it. I'm going to give these first 3 episodes, I was going to give it an 8.2, but because of the Star Trek The Next Generation, which is the best Star Trek show out there, I'm dipping it down to an 8.1. Don't ever make fun of Captain Picard again.
I know, right?
Rogan, Kirkman, whoever did it, you'll have me knocking at your door.
Definitely Kirkman. You worked on Star Trek.
I actually really liked that. I thought it was hilarious. I also really like the Orville too, so points against me, I suppose. But yeah, I had a blast with it because it's such a tiny little ship and everything is falling apart that when they kept having to reattach every time. I mean, it was perfect comedy for me.
I did enjoy. I just didn't like the character assassination of Picard. But when he was putting the one panel up and then the other one fell, I did laugh.
Fell it off.
Yes, it was great.
Well, right. Chris, what do you got?
So yeah, like you guys, it's very dense when it comes to the story, And for me, I find like if you're gonna put all those threads in, they have to pay off. And I feel like this show does a really good job with paying it off. And like Keith mentioned, like they'll bring these things back up in later seasons and we'll see it come to its fruition. It's hard to see it all in these 3 episodes because we haven't seen the full season. We don't know exactly where it's going, but I mean, if you read the comic books, you have a clear idea. Um, but as far as this series goes, it's great that we got the 3 episodes all at once for the premiere because we do take that moment in the second episode with Nolan and Alan away from Mark's central story, but we get that book ended with episode 1 and 3. So I very much appreciate that we got all 3 of those because it would have been even more jarring if we got one episode and then episode 2 next week, where it's like, oh, okay, well we have Alan and Nolan here going off on their separate adventure. What's going on with Mark? But I really appreciated the backstory as well as the history behind the Viltrumites, getting the full story there, as well as that dynamic between those two. The comedy was there. Seeing Mark struggle with whether or not he's going to go full bad or not is excellent. So I'm really excited for the series. I feel primed for the rest of the season.
Primed.
Wait, did someone cash in a dad joke? Hold on a second.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. And so it's great. I think for this I'm gonna give a full 8 out of 10. I very much enjoyed it. Can't wait to see where we go with this season. So I'm all on board. Yeah. Great season.
Well, everybody did rate it higher than Morbius. So
Yes.
It's definitely better than Morbius.
Mm-hmm.
But anyone in the chat wants to give their review, remember we judge this on the Doug scale, 1 to 10, with 5 being average. Please put it in the chat. But gentlemen, we have some news and notes from around the
All
nerdverse.
right.
Ooh.
So the first one, we have a rumor about Brand New Day.
Sting's gonna be in it.
Yes. Did you see that too?
I did. I wrote it and then I read it.
Oh,
The
there you
artist
go.
Sting.
I believe everything I read.
A lot of other people do too.
So, according to this new rumor, Sadie Sink's Jean Grey is going to be the one who turns Bruce Banner into Savage Hulk.
Obviously not on purpose.
I would hope
yeah.
not. I read
Well-
that and I'm like, that's a weird arc to take with an X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe this one. I think this is BS. I'm like, I think it's going to be more, if he does turn into Savage Hulk, which we've heard a lot of rumors about it, it's going to be because he's trying to help somebody.
I can see
And-
that. I think that, with a Hulk and Bruce Banner, there's this dynamic, these two entities that are fighting each other, and like his wristband, he's trying to keep him at bay. Maybe at this point in time, the Hulk is bleeding through and really trying. So if something happens to that wristband, then we get the most enraged Gray Hulk in the series because of that.
I agree. It'll be something because he's kept Hulk down with his little thing for so long. Because, he
Yep.
kept Banner down the whole time he was off in space. And, Banner probably wasn't too happy about it either.
Right.
Okay, our next little bit. This is... Oh, go ahead, Dave.
I was just gonna say, what's it been, 7 years since they had the brainy Hulk?
Has it been that
Yeah,
long?
the last time he was present was in Endgame, and then because
Uh,
we didn't see him again after that, he was
She-Hulk.
back to being Bruce in She-Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was
And at
Brady
the end of
Hulk.
Shang-Chi, he was Bruce.
Yeah.
Well, he was the smart Hulk for a little bit in
In She-Hulk.
She-Hulk
That's true.
too.
I forgot about that idea for a bit.
So yeah,
Yeah, just
7
that
years
last
since-
scene.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
his
show were
son.
you talking about?
Brand New Day.
What show was?
Oh, She-Hulk.
What? What's that?
She-Hulk?
That was
What's that?
I've read the comic, but they've had a TV show.
They did. You loved it. You gave
Oh.
straight 9.5s across the season.
Yeah.
Wasn't it complete
Especially the
garbage?
twerking episode. You actually gave that
said,
10.5.
You said you didn't like it as much as Secret Invasion, but it was pretty close.
What?
Pretty spot
What's
on.
that you're talking about? Special investigation?
And also not quite as good as Moon Knight.
Moon Knight was leagues better than She-Hulk. I'm sorry.
All right. This next thing is just out in the sort of science fiction realm.
Okay.
Project Hail Mary made $141 million
Woo.
at the global box office.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Just yesterday.
Well, Friday when it opened. Yeah. Today's Sunday. Friday, the weekend box office.
Yeah.
I did see it on Saturday. I loved it. I think I gave it a 9.2 out of 10.
Dang.
Fantastic. It was so incredibly well done. I never read the book, but I think I want to now. This I knew nothing about it. I think I told you guys before, and it was just incredibly well made, well acted. Everything about it just hit on pretty much all levels the whole time I was in the theater. And it's like 2 hours and 45 minutes, and it feels like it's about an hour and 10.
Wow.
That's
It
awesome.
flies by.
I thought you
Yeah.
said it was slow in spots. Is
It
that
is.
the hour and 10 minutes?
Yeah, that's the 10 minutes. It's just it's not action packed. There's some moments, but it's just.
Mhm.
I think you'll like it,
Yeah.
Dave. I think you won't like it as much as me because of some of the parts that are in it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
planning on going on Friday to see it, and the guy who wrote the book, Andy Weir, did The Martian as well. He wrote that book as
I
well.
love The Martian. Such a good movie.
Same. One of my favorite movies, so I am definitely looking forward to watching this on Friday.
Matt Damon.
And just
Game.
Hey, no,
Does he
stop.
show up?
stop. He does not. No Matt Damon in
What?
this movie. I think I've mentioned this before, but Matt Damon and I were born on the exact same day.
Wow.
How
What
many
happened to
hours
you?
apart?
Rose.
I don't know. I got the
When you
Walter
meet him,
White.
you got a good anecdote for him.
They took different
But
paths
hey.
in life.
And I still, how I found out when I was at college, we would always get, whenever we got the Sunday paper, whoever grabbed, I can't remember what section it was, but it had all the celebrity birthdays. And we would like sit around and whoever got the paper would be like, okay, how old is so-and-so? And we'd know the birthdays around then and it'd be like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember my one roommate, Brent, picked up the paper and he's like, oh my God. And he's like, Keith, what year were you born again? I'm like, 70. I was a little older because I'd went in the Marines and stuff. He's like, Matt Damon was born on the exact same day as you. I'm like, get out of here. And I looked, I'm like, October 8th, 1970. Holy cow.
Ooh.
So, yeah, we will not do the Matt Damon around me. You guys dig? He is a freaking awesome, amazing
Gotcha.
dude. I think. I
He
never
took a
remember.
long walk around the park after reading that. So,
October.
what am I
8th.
going to do with this information?
You're
I'm
damn right I
basically
did.
Matt Damon's twin. Me and I'm Matt Damon. Basically, technically, it's like Sony convincing themselves that they're the MCU.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or at
We're
least
basically
Dakota-
the MCU guys.
Wait a minute.
Right?
Am I
Dakota
Sony in this
Johnson.
analogy?
What?
Dog, come on, man.
No, you're Dakota Johnson.
Oh, giddy up.
Oh, hey, Madam Web.
Okay, and finally,
Poor Dakota Johnson.
for those of you who were fans of the Wheel of Time show on Prime, it has been canceled, as we know. I read all of the books. I love the book series. I think I've talked about it before. You know, that Robert Jordan died after about 10 books, and it was taken over by Brandon Sanderson, who wrote the Mistborn stuff, and an excellent writer in his own right. I was worried that the series wasn't going to end well because he came out and said, hey, I can't finish this in one book. It'll take 3 books. And I'm like, money grab. And the last 3 books were incredible. And I think I've talked about it. The chapter with the final battle is like 200 pages, the longest chapter I've ever read in a book in my life, and it was so well done. But that was canceled. But Arcane League of Legends producer Thomas Vu is creating a new Wheel of Time animated series.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
And it'll feature films and video games.
Yes.
And I am very excited. I hope.
I bet that'll be even better. I think when you put something like, a fantasy story into animation, I think you can get away with more.
You have a better.
Way
you can
more,
do
you can
more
show
stuff without worrying about
Yeah.
CGI and practical effects and everything else, because this is about like the most powerful, male magic user ever born, and his fight against the Dark Lord. It's not something that, and that's kind of what happened with the Prime series. You could tell it didn't have a huge budget, and they were trying to get away with stuff where they could, but. And there's so many characters.
Not everything has to be live action, guys. There's nothing I know there's this weird stigma in the US where animation is only for kids, but that's just not true.
Not true at all. Yeah.
And that's why whoever made this decision, it is the right decision.
I agree. I can't wait for it to come out. I'll watch that.
All right.
I will definitely watch it. Didn't watch the live series, but yeah, I will watch the animated.
I tried
Okay.
with the live series. I couldn't.
It was like Halo. I couldn't. I just couldn't do
Oh
it.
God, yeah, Halo was terrible.
Yeah.
I rarely stop watching shows, and I stopped watching Halo.
I got 2 episodes in. I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
Hello.
He said no.
Halo,
Halo.
come man.
Me wanna go home.
Everyone just
Literally.
left, so
I know. 6 foot, 7 foot.
well, that's all I have. Is there anything else, gentlemen, that you'd like to share? I did say it was show and tell day. Did you guys bring? No, I'm just kidding.
Show and tell. Oh boy.
No.
And Chris, I noticed your number is up to 621 behind you.
Yeah. So if
Nice.
you want to be added to that, if you want to be 622, go ahead and hit a like and a subscribe on Fatherly Fandom. So you'll be up there with the 621.
Fatherly Fandom? That sounds like an awesome YouTube channel. What kind of things does Fatherly Fandom talk about?
Insights, reviews, and all things nerdy. So if you like any of that stuff, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'm producing videos every week, and we post something up every single day. So, and if you haven't done it too, make sure that you subscribe and like to Not Your Status Quo. What are you doing watching this whole thing without subscribing? Go ahead and do it. Click it. It's absolutely free. Support the boys
Absolutely.
here.
Absolutely.
And you get to see us drink a lot because I was saying absolutely.
As we always say, it's free
All
to
the
you,
time.
but it helps our small channels out tremendously. So please do what you can. Because
Come
like
for the
they say on
insights and reviews,
Viltrum,
stay for the fun.
like they say on Viltrum, all is ours.
Yeah. And it not your status quo. So
All right, should we find somebody to raid?
It's a
Raid.
raid.
I think we should. I see Bubble is on playing Resident Evil and says it's her first playthrough. Ooh.
Yeah, I got the usual suspects up here: Flake of Wrath and Macaw.
Oh, she is playing the new one. Okay. When you said first playthrough, I'm like, is she like playing the original Resident Evil?
No, read it. It says the first playthrough. You got to read it right.
Oh, sorry.
The first.
Man, you learned to read. Now you're telling everyone they got to read.
That's
we get
right.
it, Dave.
Did you
we
know?
get
I
it.
got something.
I'm literate.
We get it, Derek.
All right, so we good with Bubble?
Yep.
All right.
Bubble it up.
Now, for those of you that are wondering, what are those 3 old guys and that one young bodybuilder talking about? Well, obviously,
Talking about
obviously,
Doug?
rating is something that we can do on Twitch. It lets us keep the party going, so to speak. So, we're not done being nerds. We don't have a bedtime. Oh my God, it's late. So instead, we're going to go hang out with friend of the channel, Bubble. We're going to watch her play Resident Evil and, have a good time. So if you are watching us on YouTube, thank you very much. Unfortunately, we can't have you tag along with our party bus on Twitch, but as Chris pointed out, liking and subscribing really helps out channels like us. We're
Lick it.
growing, so the more the merrier. Join
Yeah.
the party. But most of all, we want to hear from you. So comment down below, and we'll see you next time right here on Not Your Status Quo. Hey fellow nerds, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more of this stuff, make sure that you check out our Twitch stream. We try to do these live Sunday or Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Keep an eye on our social media to find out when you can join in live and chat with us during these live streams. Also, as usual, don't forget to check out our other social media. Add us at Twitter, comment down below, and we'll see you next time right here on Not Your Status Quo.